holidays. I'm living and being with Daddy and Mom. They have your records of coffee and cheese. They've got that country feeling, you know what I mean. Every time I hear.
Welcome. You're at It Takes a Village. I'm Bonnie Blomfield, your host, and we look for who's in Santa Barbara, what's in Santa Barbara, what are the resources, and what is needed. I am really thrilled today. We have a very special guest named Cathy Feldman. Hello, Cathy.
Hi, Bonnie. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Cathy works with a special organization, Spirit of Entrepreneurship. And maybe you can tell people what you're up to.
I'd love to. The Spirit of Entrepreneurship Foundation was founded about 6 years ago. And what we do is we honor women entrepreneurs in Santa Barbara County for the benefit of student entrepreneurs. And the student entrepreneurs are, first let me say the women. The women can be any successful women business owner in Santa Barbara County, and we have 11 categories like retail, science and technology, media and communications, etc. There are 11 categories, and anyone can be nominated or nominate themselves, and it's now available. Nominations are now open on our website, which is soefoundation.org, and what we do is we honor these women, and the top three, anyone can submit a nomination. Then they had an application form, and the applications then are reviewed by successful women business owners who do not live in Santa Barbara, so they don't know anyone.
Oh, great.
It's very fair. And they come to our event. The top three are picked, and they come to our event, which is the Spirit of Entrepreneurship Awards, which will be on May 6th, at the Picara Resort.
Oh, nice.
And at that event, we will announce a winner, just like the Oscars. And Linda Weinman, formerly who founded lynda.com, will be our MC.
Oh, wow.
And the purpose of this is to encourage entrepreneurship at all levels in Santa Barbara County. So we work with the Santa Barbara City College Scheinfeld Center for Entrepreneurship.
Wow.
And that is open to any City College student. And so any high school or college student in Santa Barbara County can participate in what they call the New Venture Challenge, which is a one-day business pitch competition. And they pitch their idea to a set of judges, and those judges pick the top three at the high school level and the top three at the college level. Those students come to our event, and we give them seed money for their businesses.
Wow, that sounds really exciting.
It's so much fun.
You must meet the greatest students.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
And the greatest women.
Yeah.
I've met so many interesting women entrepreneurs in Santa Barbara. And it's a real win-win situation.
Yeah.
And these students, they come up with amazing ideas. I was telling you earlier about one of our students, Justin, I can't think of his last name. Anyhow, he was Justin Connell. In 2012, he came up with an idea for something called Garden on Wheels, and it was a portable garden that could roll around and was adjustable in height, so it could be used. People had a small apartment and wanted to grow things, or could be used by someone who was confined to a wheelchair.
Wow.
And he came to our event and won first place, and we gave him $5,000 in seed money. He was very smart. He bought out his partner, and then he used some of the money to work on his design. He went to another competition subsequent to this and got an investor who invested $250,000 in his project, and now it's on the market, and his company is valued at $2 million.
Ah, that's such a great story.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, wow.
So we're really happy. The women, and one other thing we're doing this year, we've always given the women winners a beautiful engraved award from Tiffany and lots of publicity too. But this year we decided to have a special cash award for the women, and we're calling it Santa Barbara Entrepreneurs Giving Back Award. And a number of entrepreneurs in Santa Barbara County, whether they made their money here or they live here, have donated cash. And one of the women winners who has been in business less than 5 years will receive a lump sum of money.
Wow.
And we already have $9,500 to give.
Wow, that is fun.
It is. It's so much fun. And I would encourage any woman who has a business in Santa Barbara County to go to our website. The nominations are open until March 9th. You can
That's coming up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's very easy. We have an online form, and we have there's an online form where you can download a PDF if you want to fill it out by hand or print it or whatever. And there are 11 categories to choose from. They're pretty encompassing, including nonprofits. We have a nonprofit category. Marcia Bailey of We won last year, of course. And it's really a lot of fun. The nominations, as I say, are open to any woman and business owner in Santa Barbara County.
But it's also not just women. You're talking about Justin.
Well, that's a student. The students have nothing to do. There are really two levels of award. The first are the women awards, and those are used to create the award ceremony, which is at the Cara this year, and it's a beautiful location. And so this is the way we raise the money. The students can be any gender and almost any age, because of course if they're attending City College or one of the other colleges in the area, they don't necessarily have to be college age.
Right.
And we've had many of our winners have not been, they've been older. But as far as the students concerned, it's gender neutral. It's simply the high school students. Most of them are in a high school that participates in the virtual enterprise program that Santa Barbara County High Schools has.
That's amazing. They have those programs too.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. Entrepreneurship is really big now.
And
but we've been doing it. This will be our 6th award, a ceremony. And one of the other things we do, which I think is of interest to everyone, is not only because we only have a limited amount of money that we can give out, but we did give the Scheinfeld Center and Santa Barbara City College Foundation $14,000 that we raised in 2015, and some of that is going to scholarship fund, and the rest is being given to the students.
Great.
And
Wow.
it will be given to the students next year. We'll work a year ahead. But they have really incredible ideas, and it's so encouraging to see so much interesting innovation that comes by. And prior to our actual award ceremony, during the reception, when everybody's registering and so on, we invite all the student winners, not just the finalists, to display their products and services to the business community, because we have wonderful attendance, and it's quite an amazing group of people who attend this. We expect 300 people this year. We had 260 last year.
That's amazing. Tell me a little bit how this came to be. What was the germ that started to establish this company?
Well, what happened was that initially I was one of the founders of the National Association of Women Business Owners chapter in Santa Barbara. And I was executive director at the time. And Melissa Moreno, who at the time was the first director, she was founding director of the Scheinfeld Center at Santa Barbara City College. We had lunch, and she said, I want to put on a business competition for high school students and college students. And then initially, the college students were just going to be at Santa Barbara City College.
Mm-hmm.
And initially, that's what it was. And then we opened it up. And she said, how could we work together? So at what they call a ladies' lunch,
Yes.
we just sat there and brainstormed.
Yeah.
And we came up with the name of the Spirit of Entrepreneurship Awards. And we realized that we had to set up a separate, a nonprofit foundation in order to make this work. So I was involved in that. We set up a separate nonprofit foundation and put on the first award in like 4 months, which was amazing.
Wow.
So at that point, it was a separate nonprofit, and after 2 years, NABO, Santa Barbara, decided they didn't want to be involved anymore. So we simply just changed the name of the nonprofit foundation to the Spirit of Entrepreneurship Foundation. It was the same 501c3, we didn't change anything, and just kept on going.
Wow.
So
amazing.
So that's how it started, with a couple women getting their heads together
Yeah.
and brainstorming.
Lunch. That's wonderful. Wow. There must be so many stories of separate students and everything.
Yeah, a lot of the students, last year, for example, our high school students, one of the first place winner was a young woman who had a graphic design studio, and first let me explain that many of the high school students participate in what's called a virtual enterprise. So some of these enterprises are not really real
virtual.
businesses.
Yeah.
They're virtual. They're an idea, and they don't get carried further. A good example was a couple years ago, there was two young men that came up with something they called it duck butter, and it was a surfboard wax that would color. You could color your surfboard with the wax, and then if you didn't like it, you could take it off or recolor. But they realized that they were both juniors in high school. They still had another year to go. There was no way they could put enough money together and without getting ripped off. So they never developed it past that. On the other hand, one of our student winners who went to San Ynez High had something he called I Got It Repairs. He decided to repair iPhones. And first he actually set up a brick and mortar thing, and he taught himself how to repair iPhones and then Androids, any kind of smartphones.
Wow.
And he realized that having a brick and mortar place having a storefront wasn't economical.
Yeah.
So the next year, he won second place that year. The next year he came back with a portable business that he had got himself a van, and he went around and he would come to your place and fix any kind of smartphone you had or iPad or whatever. And he got a scholarship to City College, and so he's now attending City College.
Oh, how special.
It is, and these kids are so inventive, and some of them actually pivot. One group came up with an idea for a surfboard leash that was both retractable and detachable. Usually they're one or the other. They are not both. And they kept working on it and kept working on it, and it wasn't quite right. So he did a pivot. It's a classic word they call a pivot. Well, hello.
Hello.
Did you decide to come in our film?
So it pivots, it changes.
What he did was he pivoted, and he turned around and he developed a line of clothing.
That's pretty amazing.
That's quite a privilege.
That's quite a jump there. Yeah.
So he has a line of clothing that he has manufactured in Ventura, I think.
Really?
Men's clothing,
fun.
jackets, mostly jackets and shirts and things like that.
Yeah.
So you never know what's going to come up.
Yeah, that's great.
And
wow.
a number of our women winners have been extremely successful too. One of them, one of our winners in manufacturing, and hi there, how are you? Yes.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? One of our women winners in science and technology, Allie Bauerlein, was one of the founders, and she actually started out as a winner of the UCSB competition that they had. Was called many years, about 12 years ago.
Yeah.
It's something called Inogen, which is a oxygen rebreather. In other words, and she was motivated because her grandmother was on oxygen, and she once said to her, she said, why can't, she said, why do I have to carry this heavy oxygen tank with me wherever I go? Why can't they invent something smaller? And so she was motivated. She got 2 partners, and they pitched this idea at a competition at UCSB, and some of the people there were interested in investing in it, and they in fact did. And now the company has gone public.
Wow,
And
that's a wonderful story.
And she is, I think she's chief financial officer of it. But if it hadn't been for Allie wanting to help her grandmother.
Wow.
And now, 10 years later, I think it's
everybody's grandmother is getting out.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody who's on oxygen, because it's just a little box now that you can carry like a purse if you wish.
How did she get the technology really to create the box?
Well, it was an idea. Again, this is a virtual thing, and she got a technical guy and a PR guy who were her classmates to come and pitch this, and then she got investors, and then they hired engineers.
Oh, wow.
And this was a long-term process. I mean, it took really about 4 years before they had or 2 or 3 years, I'm not sure.
So they were persistent.
They were persistent, and they developed the technology, and now anybody who needs oxygen all the time has just carried this small box around. And I understand they just came out with a newer version that's even smaller.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful.
Well, you know, it seems like when you're a student and you're starving and you don't have much, I think these kind of awards would kind of encourage your doing things, but the little money could really be a shot in the arm.
I definitely think it is.
Yeah.
And it makes a difference. We do give out over 12, the top first place winner at the college level gets $5,000, and then it's $3,000 and $2,000, and the high school students get lesser amounts, and there are scholarships available to them as well. But I really hope that a lot of women will take this seriously and consider nominating themselves or some entrepreneur that they know.
Absolutely.
And by the way, the Scheinfeld Center at Santa Barbara City College, the competition for the students is open to any high school student whose high school has a virtual enterprise program, and to any college or university student in Santa Barbara County. It's not limited to Santa Barbara City College.
Well, that's really great, and I really hope people are responding to this and hearing this, because, you know, we talk about who's in Santa Barbara. We have Cathy, Feldman. What's in Santa Barbara? What's needed in Santa Barbara? And this is really a resource of Santa Barbara. That's absolutely wonderful. And remember, Santa Barbara has lots of resources, lots of wealth. It's your village, and another thing we need to think about is every night in Santa Barbara there are children that go to sleep hungry. So let's get to work on that also. It's your village, takes a village. Thank you, Cathy.
Thank you,
Hi, I'm Bonnie from It Takes a Village. We're here on Ortega and Santa Barbara Street. What have we discovered? It's a Steve Nipper company. Let's go in and check it out. Hi, Steve. How are you? you?
Hi, Bonnie. I'm great. Thanks for stopping in today.
All right, what's going on around here?
Well, we're here at Soul Wave, where we make people's water better.
All right, and I'll say that you have a pretty good reputation in this town. How did you earn that?
Well, with 23 years of service to the community and doing a good job and standing behind what we do, that's what we've earned.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, and I just want to thank you, Bonnie, for helping us support It Takes a Village. We couldn't be happier.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Take care. And so we learned more about Santa Barbara. We have a company that helps the economy of people because of their prices, and they help your good health with good water. Very, very important. Thank you, Steve Nipper at Soul Wave.
Hi, I'm Chris Jensen from Jen's Guitar and Music Company, and I'm proud to sponsor It Takes a Village. And just so you know where we are, here's my card.
It started out one Saturday night at the Condor. You told me you didn't love me anymore. We started picking up the pace, then much to our disgrace, the bartender said, "Will y'all kindly leave?" Ha, ha, yeah, yes, I'm over you. Ha, ha, yeah, yes, I'm over you. Ha, ha, yeah, yes, I'm over you. And I'm thanking God that I'm over you. We went on over to your mom's trailer condo. Pretty soon, a coffee table flew. Well, the neighbors, they called the cops. They made it stop. And then your dog bit on my shoe. Ha, ha, yeah, yes, I'm over you. Ha, ha, yeah, yes, I'm over you. Ha, ha, yeah, yes, I'm over you. And I'm thanking God that I'm over you. Yes, I'm over you. Ha, ha, yeah, yes, I'm over you. Ha, ha, yeah, yes, I'm over you. The moral of the story is there is no moral. I'll leave that to those folks on Fox News. A Another man might have been angry, another man might have been blue. Me, I just went out and bought some shoes. Ha, ha, yeah, yes, I'm over you. Ha, ha, yeah, yes, I'm over you. Ha, ha, yeah, yes, I'm over you. I do. And I'm thanking God that I'm over you. They're playing with Jimmy and Tom. Yippee-ki-yo-ki-yay, gone on the days. Living and being with Daddy and Mom. They have the old records of hockey and cheese. They've got that country feeling, you know what I mean. Henry